Good morning, good morning. It's going to be a much better morning when I'm done with caffeine. My almost 2-year-old, hello. My almost 2-year-old decided yesterday that he would not have a nap. So I'm still feeling very for not having had 10 minutes to myself yesterday. And naturally, because he didn't nap, it meant that he then went to bed at 5:30 in the evening and he was just up all night. I say that as if that's new. It's not new, guys. Almost 2 years have passed and I have not slept a single night. And I feel like it's starting to show. It's also starting to show in that every time I buy something age restricted at the shops, I'm not ID'd anymore. And that kind of breaks my heart a little bit, and I almost want to ask them how old they think I am. Because they very swiftly press looks over 25 button, and yes, like I say, that kind of just hurts me in the feels, which, yeah, I'm curious now. How old do you think I am? Put a comment down below. I'm just gonna drop my glasses into the pram and forget that they're there. Whoa. So I have my child-free portion of day. Can you tell I haven't slept in almost 2 years? Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I have about 2.5 hours this morning because I've started to drop the youngest off an hour later, purely for making it easier on just everybody, because like our old routine was we all had to be up and out of the house, obviously ready, his lunch made, the whole shebang for 7:15 in the morning, and it was a lot. And then the walk from where my husband works and daughter goes to nursery, because that's like the same place, to where my childminder is for my son. Like, it's opposite ends of town, and it was just a lot. So made the decision to just drop him off later. I'll get the bus there. It's much shorter distance for me to walk then, and it's just less stressful. The only downside is I get a little bit less time. So yeah, I've rushed in this morning. I've put my shopping away because, of course, in Vicky style, I have ran out of just everything. I've not got any bread left. I've not got any fruit left. It's Thursday, so I'm probably not going to have a shop till Sunday. It's just, yeah. Anyways, I'm just brain farting right now. I feel like my brain is literally going 10 million miles an hour. I'm going to sit you down as well because my arm hurts. Where can I put you that is convenient? Absolutely nowhere, because my life is just absolute carnage. I'm going to put my coffee right down the bottom, and again, I'm probably going to forget it's there. But yes, that's too low. I am short, but not that short. That'll have to do. God. Yes, my brain literally feels like it's going, this is a really spooky lighting, isn't it? My brain literally feels like it's going at 1 million miles an hour, and I'm like, right, home. I've got this tiny little window of day where I can do self-care, I can do housework, I can do stuff that ideally I would do when there is no children around. And my brain just wants to cram all of those little things into this short window and not just spread them out over a few weeks. I don't work like that. I work in this kind of style where I'm like, right, must cram everything in. Never works. Then I always feel like because I haven't done it, even though I know that I am only human and that won't happen. Anyway, hello, welcome to my brain. I have an ADHD assessment in literally a few weeks' time. Yay! Oh, good Lord. But yeah, anyway, let's backtrack. Let's just get the crazy out the way. She's out the way. Hello, welcome. It's my child-free morning, and today, with that time, I am going to drink coffee because needed, and I'm going to sort out this little, I want to call it a vestibule because I'm a Friends nerd. It's not. It is the entranceway to my house. My front door is there, which is what is glowing me rather awkwardly. You are currently sat on my shoe rack. I have my coat rack adjacent to that, and I have a fleet of prams on the floor. So I'm going to show you it because this is what I want to ideally sort out this morning, because do you know what? Every time I walk into this house, it is carnage, and I feel like if I'm going out of the house for any reason and then coming back in, and this is the first thing I see, it's just going to set me up for feeling like. So let's turn you around. Right, let me just move out of the way so you can fully appreciate. Front door, door to my living room, stairs. So that is a bag of stuff that I'm going to take to my friends tomorrow. So that can actually stay there. And there are a pack of wipes that need to go to my daughter's nursery tomorrow. Those are just another spare packet. Umbrella. Varying shoes for varying seasons, for varying people, and other stuff. Bags. Coats for all of the things I just said a minute ago. And, like I say, 2 prams. This is the only one I want in here. This one is just too ginormous. It doesn't really go anywhere else. But I need to try and figure that out. I don't know whether I might just put the chassis of this in the garage and then just leave the seat in here somewhere because I don't want it to go mouldy. Yeah, I think that is going to be my plan for that, because I feel like once that's out of the way, it will just make things so much easier. Because, right, so if you want to go up the stairs, you have to navigate around the pram. You don't normally navigate around this empty bag. You have to navigate this really tiny, probably I'd say about a foot wide space there, and then equally not much bigger between that and the coats that are just protruding from the wall. I really do not like this being here. Ideally, it probably could have gone here, because if it was, it would just be out of the way of the doorway. And this will always pile up and get bigger. The shoe rack probably wouldn't. So they probably should be the other way round. But the coat rack hook thing was there when we moved in. So I don't really want to move it. Also, there is a radiator there, so probably wouldn't actually work. So, like I say, I just need to sort all this out. I need to sort all the coats out, get rid of anything that either doesn't fit any of us, isn't seasonally appropriate. I mean, that red one's my mother-in-law's, so that can just come off of there for now and go somewhere else until she next visits, to save a bit of space. Like I say, that needs to find another home. I need to get rid of like all the sandals and stuff from here and just have a general sort out and everything else. And I mean, I don't even know what half of this is. I think it's all come out of my nappy bag and just never gone back in. And various rain covers dotted about. But yeah, one thing I did do, which I think I mentioned a long time ago, whether anyone actually remembers, I don't know, but I said I was going to put some little command hooks on the side of this unit for like little people coats and stuff, and I finally did it. So I've got like my son's coat hanging up, and that's another rain cover for the pram. Oh my god. Like I say, I have a fleet, so I need a fleet of rain covers because I live in the UK, for goodness sake. So let's go and get the tripod out. This cupboard is another job, probably for another day. My brain absolutely wants to do it now because I just feel like it would be one of the most satisfying things. I don't even know if you can see in there how carnagey it is. But yeah, anyways, I need to try and find the Houdini flip to attach my camera to this. and then we'll get on. We'll get it started in here. Oh, there it is. Right, first, so I feel like I've done a lot more than I have, and you know, for the dope, I'm gonna put a load of washing on, so that can go while I'm doing this. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. So let's just get this contraption out of the way for a start. More washing on the stairs. One moment. Let's get those out of the way. Let's put this in here because I would quite like to hoover the floor. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. That's still wet. I don't know whether to just put this up outside, just so it doesn't, again, grow fur. Okay, that's another thing out of the way then. That's good. Maybe I can sit down now. So I need to sort this out. This is our, well, single to double pram, which we don't actually use as a double anymore really, because with both children, oh my goodness, in it, even when it's empty, it's just so heavy. And I'm just going to put it here and now, I absolutely adore this pram, which is why, what is going on? I absolutely adore this pram, I really do. Which is why we still have it. And if I go anywhere, like if I go into the city or anything with a child, obviously, I take this pram, because although this one is way more convenient in terms of space, mother basket on this thing, oh, it's just glorious. If you're shopping, need somewhere to put stuff, it's just, second to none. So I keep it for that reason alone. It also came in really handy. We had to go to put a gazebo up recently, and we had both children with us. So we had these two prams. So we had one child in that one child in this one. We were like, well, how are we going to carry the gazebo when we're pushing the prams? Put the gazebo in this pram underneath like the seat. And it's stuck over the edges, but it carried it beautifully. So it's a workhorse, but it is very handy to have. So I am going to take this clip off though, because the amount of times I have wanted this thing when using this pram, and then I just keep forgetting where it is. Oh goodness. Yeah, well, it's now usable. So I'm gonna go put this out in the garage again, just to kind of make some space in here, and then it's fairly accessible even when we need it. And then I will just find somewhere else to put the seat. I have obviously got two seats for it. One of them is under the stairs, and I might try and put the other one under there too, but I'll see how I go. Right, well, that is a million times better already. And I instantly feel like the fog just lifting. Right, so I think next job is to clear out the shoes. It's mostly just mine that are like seasonal in terms of like having sandals and things like that. I'm the only one who has those. So it's mainly just my stuff. But as usual, as I'm going through them, I'm going to do a bit of a declutter. Like these, I did really like them, but I don't think I even really wore them this year. I just wore those brown ones. They've kind of just, they've seen better days. So I may actually get rid of those. Because I feel like those are from New Look. And I feel like they're the kind of ones that they do like every year. So even if I wanted to, like repurchase them, I could. I'm also going to get rid of these as well. They're just like a pair of flip-flops from like a spa day. And I absolutely hate like toe post flip-flops, so they're going. I have my only pair of kind of what would look kind of seasonal shoes, a pair of sliders. These are my for slipping on to go out to do, you know, the bins or whatever. So these, again, I mean, they've seen better days, but they're absolutely fine. I'm gonna try and clean them up at some point because they just look like a bit grubby. But they are staying. Yeah, let's quickly whiz through the rest of the shoes.
While I'm slowly heading back to my apartment, I'm not asking for your thoughts. I'm just thinking out loud in the darkness.
This is a pouch that I used to have in my nappy bag. Not that I actually use that very often, only if I'm going anywhere for like a long time, and even then I try not to. But it just has stuff in that I'm like, do you know what, I don't need a face mask anymore. There's only certain situations where I would need one, and I don't think, sorry, I'm just checking it's clean, I don't think I would need it for that. A nappy bag, some anti-back wipes that are most likely dry by now. There's another, no, they're not really antibacterial anymore because I just shoved my finger in there. Another pack of wipes, which again, these are very old and they're not open yet. They do still feel wet, so I might keep those. I have a pair of breast pads. I don't leak anymore, so I don't really need those. A pack of mini bubbles. They're really crap, so I might just take them out. And some hairpins. Those are probably the only useful thing I have in here. I probably should have a hair bubble as well, but then saying that, I always have one on my wrist. So this is something that I'm like, I need to sort it out really, because it's just very unnecessary. Likewise, this changing mat that came with my changing bag, what I tend to do if I need to change my children like out and about, like in a public like changing room thing, public toilet, is I use like a puppy pad, like the disposable ones. I just take that with me, because generally like baby changing rooms have like the little kind of mats on, and then I just put that puppy pad thing over the top because I don't know how clean they are, and then I can, if I need to, if it gets dirty or whatever, I can literally just chuck the whole thing away and don't have to worry about like if I get shit on this I don't have to then put it back in my bag. So yeah, anyways, I've taken that out of my bag, but I don't actually know what to do with it. I don't know if it's machine washable. I've literally never even used it. Care instructions, machine wash at 30 degrees. Okay, so it is machine washable. So what I might actually do then is use this down here, because I keep saying to myself, I need to replace. Now don't judge me, but I needed to replace this. I haven't actually used this for some time because of this. It's actually dirty. I'm disgusted with myself. But that, I'm going to put it by the door because that is going in the bin, and I'm going to have this for down here. I don't need like a full-on foam mat, but I need something to protect my carpets. So that is what this is going to be used for, because like I say, I just don't put it in my nappy bag. I just don't really see the need. Also, massive tip. going off the back of changing arses, if you do go into like a town or whatever and you need to change your baby, look for a John Lewis. If obviously you don't have a John Lewis in that particular city or town or whatever, then obviously don't do this. Don't just go around looking for something that doesn't exist. But if it has a John Lewis, like if you're in like quite a big city and there is a John Lewis baby change, go to that baby change over any others, because generally they have like a baby change and feeding room. So again, if either bottle or breastfeeding, like they have like little kind of nursing chairs that you can just sit and feed your baby, and the changing facilities are just so much nicer than that of other public toilets. So that is my public service announcement there for you. But yeah, anyway, looking so much better. All of these shoes are Joe's. I need to check with him what he wants to do with them all. Oh, there's another reusable bag here, which I seem to again have a bit of an abundance of. The receipt can go in the bin. This can actually go in the bottom of my pram, because the amount of times again I've wanted a bag and just forgot to bring one with me because I didn't think I needed it. Yeah, that's that. So I'm going to go through all the rest of it now. I'm going to clean this shoe rack down because it's just a bit dirty, and then I'm going to give the floor a quick clean as well, put all the shoes back, and then just magic an after image for you, because again I don't have anything particularly insightful worth saying. Is the after. I don't know how different it actually looks on camera, but I cannot begin to tell you how much better my brain feels just looking at this. The floor is clean. I've got down on my hands and knees and scrubbed all like the dirt from by the door. I haven't washed the mat because it's just probably going to get dirty again. Yeah, so that's a bit dirty, but everything else is clean. I even hoovered the stairs while I had the hoover out and in the area, so that feels good. Obviously I've swept off and cleaned all the shelves, did a bit of a declutter. I've decluttered the bags, got rid of any receipts and stuff like that, and anything that just doesn't need to be in them, so that's good. That space is for the kids' shoes, because I'm kind of trying to teach them kind of independence and stuff. When I say like we need to get your shoes on, at least when they're down there they can get them themselves. So that's what that little gap is. And then this one is just for kind of any other random stuff. It's probably going to be just a catch-all kind of situation. Let's move that one so that's flush before that annoys me. Yeah, like I say, I've gone through all the coats and stuff. I have left my mother-in-law's one up there just because there's a significant amount of space now, so I can. So I've left that there, and then all I've got, this was hanging up, which I didn't even realise the amount of times I've had the food shop delivered and it's just all accumulated in here because I thought the bags were in the car and they weren't. But that now can go back in the car, and as I say, this is to go to my friends tomorrow, and the wipes are to go to nursery tomorrow. So again, that could probably, I'll leave that there just so I don't forget, but that could go in the car bag. Yeah, there's that. Carrier, actually the carrier could go in that space for now. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna need it, but I'm gonna keep it there for now. And then likewise I have my carrier like cover, although this can be used like on the pram as well. It does have its own little bag to kind of condense it, but that is in the car as well. So I think I'm just going to shove that up there for now as well. I've probably just instantly made it look worse when I've literally just tidied it, but hey ho. So they're going to go in the bin. They're all going to be put away. That's just stuff I need to find another home for, like parcel receipts and my prescription from when I had my eyes tested last week. This is one of the rain covers for the double pram, but I want to try and give it a bit of a clean because it just looks really murky and horrible. And obviously if I am going to use it at any point and need the rain cover, I don't want it to be all horrible. So yeah, that is it. I think I need to put that back on the pram. That is the cup holder for the pram, but I have currently got a universal one on there
purely because this one swings about a bit when it's actually on the hook, whereas this one stays still. So yeah, I don't know, but for convenience sake I might actually just take this one off and put the one that should be on there click. Right, you can go on there. Right, my pram is now ready to go. I've put my reusable bag in there, so I have that. That is just a letter that I need to put in a post box as and when I see one. You've ruined my nice tidy system. You can just live there for now. So I feel so much better. But my friends, that cupboard that I showed you earlier wasn't the only doom area of mine. We're not even gonna go in that room. We're not even gonna look at Joe's pile that I'm playing gap chicken with. This is my I would like to tackle this afternoon thing. I don't feel like it would even take that long. I might even do it now. I have an hour. Most of it is charity stuff, which I just need to put in a bag and at some point take to a charity shop. I've been hoping that a charity bag would just land on my doorstep, but it hasn't. So I am going to have to try and take that at some point. And then I also need to find a new home for my Totter and Tumble mat. We used to have it downstairs, but it moves so much and it just me off beyond belief. So we then put it in Soph's room and like wedged it under her bed and under her chest of drawers, but then she kept getting underneath it and she fell asleep under there a few times, like with her head out of it, but it panicked me and I was like, no, it needs to come out. So yeah, now it's just in here and has been for weeks. So I just need to figure out what to do with it. Like I say, I don't really want to use it as a playmat because it just moves all the time. It needs to be like wedged under furniture, but there is nowhere for that. The only other place that I could think to put it is under our dining table, just to kind of have it out of the way. Obviously it won't move, it won't function in any way, and it may become permanently disfigured from the table, but I can't think of where else to put it and I don't want to get rid of it. It is also stained as well, so again, even if I wanted to get rid of it, I don't even think I could sell it, or certainly not for very much. So I might just, yeah, I'm kind of just keeping hold of it for now until I can potentially find a better place for it. Anywho's, that is probably what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to go and have a drink quickly and I might just throw my hair up because I'm feeling a bit hot and sticky, because it is beautiful weather again today, but not the weather that you want when you feel really motivated to tidy and organise and stuff. I have already detighted because I was just feeling really claustrophobic, so I took my tights off so I can breathe a little bit. But yes, anyways, let's figure this situation out. Right, I've just got a charity bag that I had. I'm just going to put all this stuff I'm going to donate to 8 other charity shops in this bag. Hopefully they don't mind, I'm sure they won't, it's just a bag. But yeah, half of this little doom pile is just stuff to go to charity. So yeah, I just need to put it all in there. Oh my goodness, it's all covered in hair now because when I dry my hair I do it right here, so oops. And I might even have to get a separate one for all of these guys. Dougie can go in there because he's fairly small. They need to go back downstairs. Do you ever feel like you just need a whole day to just, or do you ever get that like kind of motivation to just clean like all day and organise? Like, I mean, I get like that all the time, but obviously I just don't ever get that time to do it. And I am half tempted to speak to my daughter's nursery and see if they can do an ad hoc like full day. I just realised you're a bit on the wonk. Yeah, because she only does half days at the moment, finishes at 12:30, and my son does full days. So like I say, by the time I get home from dropping him off, I only have a couple of hours, and sometimes it's just not long enough to really get into anything, so I don't. But yeah, I'm tempted to ask if they can do that at some point, because then, like I say, I can just get on and do stuff. I might even have to see if any of the charity shops are open like on a Saturday, so Joe can kind of take some of this stuff, because like I say, it's just going to be too much for me to carry otherwise. See, that is my only problem as well. When obviously you declutter, you end up with all of these various piles of, apologies for the plane, I live right under a flight path. You end up with like piles of rubbish, piles of recycling, piles of donations, etc., piles of stuff to sell even. And I have all the motivation to get rid of the stuff, but then actually dealing with that stuff afterwards, just nah, my brain cannot. Rubbish, recycling, I can get to, but it's stuff like that. Like I say, I don't drive, so taking stuff to a charity shop is a bit more awkward, and I don't want to obviously get a bus all the way there for them to say, oh no, we're not taking any donations or whatever. So I need to kind of plan my trip, or like I say, do it on a day where Joe's not working, so we can just take it in the car. Yeah, there's just more involved, and I feel like that impedes my I don't know. But yeah, anyways, that is that pile gone at least. That stuff's all Joe's. That was his to wear again pile. What would be on a chair if we had a chair to put it on. I don't currently have anywhere to put you either, so I'm gonna probably I desperately need to just sort my life out, which is, I feel like forever what I'm trying to do, but I don't seem to get anywhere, like, ever, which is frustrating. Right, that's that semi-organised. This can go back in the bathroom. Yeah, I felt like this towel, it's my husband's towel, that goes from between hanging up on the door here to on the bed every day. Every day. It goes between the two. Does it need to be washed? Are you using it? I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to make the executive decision that it needs to be washed, just so that I do not see it anymore. It has gone down the stairs. Again, instantly makes me feel so much better. Yeah, I'm going to get on and do a bit more sortering, and I will show you again how we get on. I might add that this pile of Joe's clothes down here, he put there and said, I'll sort that, over a month ago. So now, again, I'm just like, do I make the executive decision to just wash it all so it can be put away? But then part of my brain's like, no, do you know what? He's a grown man. He can make those decisions for himself. The towel, that was just annoying me. So that's, yeah, I've made that one. I feel like these do need a wash, so they can be washed. Likewise, these shorts. It's October. They need to go away. Does anybody else's partner do this though? But well aware that you are one of those people, if you're like me, that cannot stand to look at it. So my partner knows what I'm like. He knows that this pile will annoy me, and I feel like he almost does it on purpose. He leaves it there for me to just sort out because he knows it will annoy me so much, like now, that I will just do it. Which is why that pile of clean clothes is on that Kallax in the hallway, because I've cleaned it for him and it's up to him to put it away, and I feel like he's waiting for me to just get annoyed at it and put it away. But because it's out of the way and it's an organised, tidy pile, it's not well, it does annoy me, it does, but I'm staying strong, guys. It's been months, and it's just been staying there, but it's just going to continue to stay there until he decides to put it away. It feels so much better in here already. These are just 2 blankets that I had up at the window, like during the summer, just to block a bit of light out because our curtains aren't very blackout at all. But these can probably go back downstairs now. And now it's just the decision of what to do with the rug. The most annoying rug. Yeah, I don't know. And what I'm also going to do, while again I've got the Hoover up here, is upon that last declutter of my wardrobe, I had this pile of like summery stuff to put away. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to vacuum it up because it is no longer required. And yeah, then that frees up this basket. Do you know what? I'm annoyed about this as well. We're just going on a rant here. Sorry about that. I have these sets of pyjamas from Primark and I absolutely adore them. Long sleeve shirt and trousers come in a set, and somehow I have lost the trousers to this shirt. Tell me how. Tell me how I have lost a pair of trousers. And I'm talking, I lost them a long time ago. I haven't had them since we moved here, and that's over a year ago. That's probably 18 months ago now. Yeah, and it annoys me because every time I go to get a pair of pyjamas out, I'm like, but this doesn't have its bottoms. What is one to do? So it just floats around all the time. It just floats because I just don't know what to do. But I can't get rid of it because it's perfectly functioning, but it just doesn't have any trousers. Yes, I am that weird. I'm sorry. Yeah, more pyjamas. But yeah, tell me where you think they could have possibly gone, these pyjama bottoms. If I've even left them at somebody else's house, i.e. gone to stay at my dad's house or something and left them there, he would have told me. So I don't think that is the case. I don't know where it's gone, and it will forever annoy me until they either come to light or until I decide to just get rid of that top, which I don't think I will do. Right, that's that. I feel good about that. Let's back this stuff up now. Ta-da! So now this is probably just going to linger around until I find somewhere to put it. No. Actually, do you know what? You're holding me accountable here. I'm going to put it under the bed. Oh, Christ. When I tell you that mat is heavy, it is heavy. Honestly. There's another pile of my husband's to wear again clothes right here as well. That wasn't it. Honestly, I do it, but at least mine always just gets piled up on there. Oh God. I said it before and I'll say it again. This is another video for another day because it's just carnage. But saying that, most of it is my husband's, so hopefully I won't ever have to tackle it. Right. Ta-da! handbags, which I'm probably never going to use. Right, okay. That feels good. That feels good. Oh. Now all of that is piled up on the windowsill purely so I can actually hoover in here. This I think needs to go in the bin because I'm pretty sure it has a hole in it, hence the tape. So that's fine, that can go out here. Let's hoover. Oh my goodness. I just ran the hoover around all of upstairs again, utilising it to actually being up here because, as you can probably tell, it's quite rare. Yeah, so I hoovered in there. And in Soph's room and in our room, I took Joe's guitar that was in here, put it back in here. I moved the fan from Joe's side, which was impeding his tiny amount of space to get into bed. So yeah, put it here because I don't actually know where to put that for now. I've got out our clean sheets for tonight. Still need to find somewhere to put the mat, but otherwise I'm pretty happy. There's nothing on the floor other than a box of stuff to put on Vinted. Yeah, feeling pretty dang good. Joe can deal with that. Now I need to go put all that stuff in the wash and sit down until my little girl comes home because she is due any minute. Feel like that's a fairly productive child-free morning. I have done 2 loads of washing as well. I just need to get the second one out of the machine, put it outside because like I said, the weather is glorious. And yeah, thanks for joining me again on my child-free morning. As I said in the last one, hopefully if I keep doing these, they won't all be on organisation, but I hope it is helping one of you guys feel more motivated. I've had a couple of comments on the last one saying that, you know, you've got to start something and you've stumbled across my video and it's motivated you. So I hope that this one does as well. It's been a bit of a mishmash, a bit more chatty and obviously not one specific area focused. So I hope that's okay. Let me know down below. Always like to hear feedback regardless of whether it's good or bad. And yeah, I will speak to you all again very soon.